The Beluga Bits program is a project that started 8 years ago, where we essentially monitor the Western Hudson Bay ecosystem. And the primary way that we do that is by studying the beluga whales that live there. This is the biggest population of belugas in the world. There's over 50,000 whales. And so every summer we work with Polar Bears International and Explore.org. And we run a boat almost every day for about a month and a half. And we've got an underwater camera behind the boat, and the belugas will follow the boat. They're super curious and interactive, so we can study a lot about them under the surface that we can't see from above water. So after we've got the month and a half of data, which is just an enormous amount of data, we take basically a frame per second from the video. So we end up with hundreds of thousands of photos. And then we actually use machine learning to dwindle that down. So we get rid of frames that there are no belugas in the image. And then we take those images and put them into zooniverse.org. And that's where we ask our community scientists to help us classify, look at sex and age and unique individuals. So we've got almost 30,000 volunteers on zooniverse.org. They've made over 7.5 million classifications. So we've got this huge data set that we're hoping other populations, other researchers can use. So we're getting unique insights into their sociality, and we're starting to identify unique individuals over several years, so that's really exciting. We're looking at kind of unexpected things, like if they're pectoral fins, if they're curved, does that mean that they're a male, or if they're just an older whale, things like that. We did find the first recorded evidence of the northern comb jelly in southern Hudson Bay. That species hadn't been recorded that far south before. So that was kind of another unexpected result from this project. So we actually opened it up beyond belugas to look at jellies and jellyfish species in the area. I think this project is unique because this population of whales is so curious about people, boats. I've worked in a few other populations, and belugas tend to be kind of avoidant of boats. In this population, for whatever reason, they're just really curious. They love boats. So we're able to get footage that I think a lot of other populations can't. This underwater footage where they're choosing to engage with us, right? We're not chasing them. We're just driving the boat along and they're, following. So I think we're getting really unique data in that way. As the Arctic and subarctic starts to warm, it's increasingly important to have a good data set. The tourism ecosystem in Churchill is extremely important. It would be devastating if the whales stopped coming into this area, if there were things like increased shipping. And belugas are also indicators for the overall ecosystem. So if their health isn't great, it usually is an indication that the ecosystem itself isn't doing great as well.